G'day, ZiggyD here again, back with my series Diablo 3 AH3. As usual, before heading on for the rest of my hardcore run, I'm checking out the gearing situation, and I think we have some really good pants here. 25 vitality. That is massive. I don't think I've seen a roll that high yet, so I'll be doing that. Spending the last bit of our cash here, really, but I think it will be worth it. I think these here are also pretty good. 10 intelligence, a bit of extra damage and extra protection, so I think that's well worth getting as well. And then I'll go and salvage up these two other pieces we don't need anymore. Now I think we can get a much better leather chest piece than this one we currently have, which is only rolled 1 affix, so let's try and craft this and see what we get. Should be able... Oh, we actually rolled something worse, that's unfortunate. Oh well, we'll salvage up this one, and then we'll continue on. I don't think I'll have enough money, but I want to go check out the rings and amulet situation anyway. Maybe I can sell some magics or rares or something that I find if I do find some good rings or amulets. It doesn't look like there's anything too special, so let's head back through the portal. Now I'm going to be trying to make a push for the butcher today, so that should be an interesting fight. I think I should be an appropriate level for the butcher fight, so I don't think I'll need to stop and level before I go in for the fight, so let's go into the Halls of Agony. It should be fun. Now I want to apologise for not having an episode out yesterday. I mentioned in the comments, but some of you might have missed that. I had to take the day to get my YouTube monthly earnings and strategy report up on my other channel, ZiggyD. On that note, if none of you guys have checked that channel out before and are interested in your own YouTube channel, or maybe you make your own videos on YouTube, then I recommend going and checking it out. I do a lot of YouTube success strategy style things over there, and those monthly reports that I get out every month go over, you know, how many views I've gotten, how much I've made in earnings and things like that, and the strategies I've used to get there. So that's pretty. I hope that it's pretty interesting insight into the industry. So what do we got? Unholy Thralls. This guy shouldn't be too bad. Oh, okay. I realised something. I'm not playing on Monster Power 10, it's reset again. There's a bit of a bug at the moment where it's resetting, so I'll just kill off this guy. And I'll head back to town and I'll fix the Monster Power level up. Okay, we're back on Monster Power 10. That bug's kind of annoying. It seems to happen whenever I change from softcore to hardcore, or whenever I change like a resolution or something. I really need to summon my dogs back. This is actually a bit nasty. We'll spirit walk through these guys here. There we go, that feels the more appropriate difficulty level there. I was wondering why I was killing off the elites so quickly. That was a nice big crit there. So if you're not interested enough in the YouTube side of things, the YouTube strategy side of things, to go check out the report, I'll give you a bit of a summary. I was going for 50% growth this in October, and I managed to get pretty close to that. Overall, I think I got somewhere around the 47% growth mark, which was pretty nice. Yeah, it's going really well, and getting a lot of new and really active subscribers as well, which is awesome, because it's really exciting to have people that regularly comment on my videos and things like that. Seeing the same faces over and over is probably the most awesome thing. It's cool to have a solid subscriber base now, so I can actually do series like this and have a few people watch them, because I have done a hardcore series in the past, and that was before I really had any subscribers and things like that. So I still prefer, like, I don't prefer it, but I prefer to keep my channels focused on guides and the more informative content. So you'll notice I try and put as much information in these videos as well as I can, but I don't mind having a more relaxing style video every now and then for you guys. And a lot of you seem to enjoy it. Like, the feedback I've been getting has been really positive, so it's cool to know. This is exactly the sort of positioning you want in hardcore mode as a witch doctor, or really as any class if you have a follower. Just pinning these elites in this corner like that, like only one of them was attacking at that point. So that's exactly what you want, mitigating that risk as much as possible, which is really the biggest key to success in hardcore. Let's see, check out this shield. Not quite good enough for us yet. So on that note, Kriparian had an interesting video today that I watched from my subscriber feed this morning. The main topic was a little bit different, but at the start of it he talked about the differences between softcore and hardcore, especially in mindset and playstyle. And he said that in I'll reiterate it a bit, was that in softcore your focuses are primarily, you know, your run speed, experience per hour, and loot per hour, and that sort of thing, getting as much legendaries as fast as you can, that sort of thing. And he said that the difference in hardcore is that, in addition to that, one of your priorities is also how you manage risk, like not avoiding risk, because you can't ever progress if you're completely avoiding risk, but how you manage the risk is a very important part of the success in hardcore. And this, you know, this is coming from the guy who did get, along with his partner, world first hardcore Inferno Diablo kill, which was before the Inferno nerf as well. Ouch, I don't really want to get hit by those things. So it's pretty legitimate advice, especially from what I know of hardcore, what I've been playing of hardcore as well. Man, I've gotten hit by every single one of these cleavers. Oh, wow. Okay, I need to focus. Well, at least I don't do too much damage. Alright, let's go through once they're up. Oh man. Not a good start to my butcher run. It's the butcher fight's going to be interesting. It's the first real point in the game where, you know, there's no turning back once you go in there. If you haven't played hardcore before, once you enter a boss fight, there's no resets. You have to win the fight then and there. You can't retry and come up with a new strategy or change your gear or go back and level for a bit if you can't do the fight. Because if you can't do the fight, you die. You can't leave the fight. So there. The point of no return, which I think that's pretty cool. It's important to have in hardcore. It's points like that where you have to, you know, prepare for it beforehand and, you know, at some point decide, okay, well, I could keep preparing, or I'm just going to go through with it and see how I go. So that'll be my strategy for this first one, just to see how I go after this Monster Power 10 leveling. You know, I've been pretty conscientious of my gearing and checking out that I've got the latest gear as much as possible and doing as much crafting as I can. I'm not using the auction house or anything, but I think I'll be appropriately geared and leveled. Well, we'll see. The butcher fight can be a bit unpredictable sometimes, especially if you get yoinked onto a fire plate or something like that. It can be. Things can go wrong pretty quickly. This is another good example of positioning here in this doorway. Hopefully I should be able to keep them there. I can just sit back here and AoE them with bats. Pretty solid. Templars leveled up. Good job. Good job. So something else interesting that's been happening in the Diablo land lately is the whole gem prices duping and Mauldron video thing. Today there was a post on Reddit saying that, you know, that suggesting, you know, not in a we hate Mauldron sort of way, but that he somewhat engineered his video in a way that he would be able to profit from gem prices. I don't think he actually intended for that to happen, but he did recognise the fact that prices could go back up when he bought a heap of gems. Maybe he was thinking that the duping of the gem duping that was going on would stop and prices would head back up. But regardless of my thoughts and everyone else's thoughts, the facts are that he made that video and prices went back up from like hardly anything to back up close to 10 million for, you know, your top tier gems, and he sold about 700 million worth of gems and he made 700 million profit or something on his stream. So that's the facts. I think he's a pretty cool guy though, and even if he did engineer it, I wouldn't really hold it against him. You know, if you have the ability to point out to people and say, hey, the gem market's currently really undervalued, and you know, it's because of duping, and point that out and suggest, you know, it could go even lower, or you know, maybe the duping will stop or something else will happen, and then just to invest in that yourself, and then have other people impacted by what you've shown them. I don't really blame you for taking advantage of that. It's part of the whole game, really. Overall, it's been an interesting series of events to watch. I really enjoy this sort of these sort of happenings in the Diablo verse, and especially shenanigans on the auction house and how people are taking advantage of them, things like that. I'm really interested in economy in games in general, so it's cool. It's cool to watch. It's cool to watch. Hey, level 17. What do we get? Anything interesting? Spirit Barrage? Spirit Barrage. What is that? Bombard a target with a Spirit Blast that deals 230% weapon damage as physical. That could be interesting. Let's try that instead of the bats for a while. See how that works out. So Spirit Barrage is interesting. Look at this. It can fire through doors. That means it can pass through walls completely? Wow, that's actually really good. I was thinking, you know, this seems okay. It has decent range and does a fair bit of damage. It's pretty mana expensive, but if it can pass through objects, then that means you can probably like get around corners and things. Does it go through there? Wow. Alright, that's pretty cool. I think someone might have mentioned this skill actually in the comments before. This could be a really good skill for hardcore. Because, you know, you want to mitigate that risk as much as possible, and being behind a wall is a pretty good way to mitigate that risk. I'll definitely be playing around with that a lot more. Ah, don't you hate this? Look at this. The last prisoner must be in this one little room here that hasn't been explored. Let's see. Yep, look at that. Fantastic. Alright, let's go fight this warden. It shouldn't be a problem. So I've also found that the Spirit Barrage is also pretty good for picking a certain mob out of a pack to fight, whereas, you know, other skills like the Poison Darts can't shoot through things. It's pretty good. It was good for the summoners, like the skeleton summoners, when they were behind a pack of skeletons that I'd just take forever to take them all down otherwise. So I can sort of use this on this fella. Let's put a slow on him as well. Oops. There we go. I'll just keep out of his range of his little fuse bomb things, I should be fine. Not a particularly hard fight overall, especially with pets. Oh, my pets are about to die. There we go. Templar's doing a good job of stunning there. So I've been trying to record some fresh music tracks for the background. Not that I want to stop using the ones I've already got, but I do want to update some of them, do a little bit better playthroughs of them. I make a few mistakes, which no one else can probably tell, but certainly it's the sort of thing that I notice. This is not really good to be kiting in this direction. But I do want to get a few more tracks, just so I can have a bit more of choice in my library for when I want to match a certain track to what's happening in the background, whether it's more action-packed or whether it's more relaxed or that sort of thing. So I want to get a little bit more diversity. The only problem is I live on a main road and trucks are going past all the time, and it's not such a big deal when I'm recording. Like, sometimes I can pause for a bit if there's particularly noisy traffic going on. Wow, these things are pretty tenacious. But when I'm recording, you know, a guitar piece, having a truck go through the background kind of ruins the experience a bit. So it's pretty hard to get time to record a track, so I try and do that whenever I can. Maybe I'll try and get some done tonight to put on this episode, actually. If I upload this overnight and I get the recording done tonight, could well work out. Well, we'll see. You guys seem to be enjoying my music, so I'm happy to keep making more and putting more on there. If I do end up taking this partnership in the future, it will give me the opportunity to use other people's music, because the partnership pays, the network pays for a subscription to like this whole. You can probably hear that truck right now. that's what I have to put up with sometimes. But yeah, the network pays for a subscription to like this big database of music that you can take advantage of. I might use other music sometimes, but I'll also still use my own music. However, it does also provide me with the opportunity to use. Look at this wall, perfect. Use more of my own music, especially ones that are really direct, obvious covers of actual songs, because you're technically not allowed to put covers on YouTube and have them like on monetized content like this. So there's a potential that if I do covers in the background, that I could run into copyright issues. But being with a network would prevent that from happening, so I could just upload any covers I want and that sort of thing. I'd love to do some like covers of Final Fantasy music and stuff like that. Be fun to have. But yeah, maybe some Final Fantasy victory music when I play like the battle victory music when I find a legendary or something. Could be fun. But yeah, so that it might open up a few more opportunities. I'm still considering. I think I will join the RPM network offer that I got, but I don't know if I'll do it straight away. Like, I might do it next month rather than this month. Wait and apply again just to see if I on some opportunity get into TGS instead. But I'm quite I'm quite happy overall being independent, but it does open up some more opportunities, as I was saying, with the music and things like that. And you know, I can put a banner on my channel page. those sorts of little things. No, these aren't upgrades. Oh, there's the entrance to the butcher fight, but I'm very close to leveling again. I haven't explored out everything, so I'm going to head back a little bit and see if there's any more experience I can get. Like here, for example. Before moving on. You know, if I can easily squeeze out one more level, there's no sense in not doing so. You know, those few extra stat points and maybe an extra level of gear if I can craft something better could make a big difference in the fight, so I'll do that. I should get this level here actually, maybe if I'm lucky. There we go, perfect. Perfect amount of experience. Level 18, that's actually a nice round level. Corpse Spider's Rune. Do we get anything else interesting? Horned Rune, Consuming Spirit. Oh, I'll check that out in case it's good for this fight. Make sure my skills are good for this. Sacrifice Rune. I don't think that'll be too useful for us. Hornet. The spirit returns 8 life per second. I think this actually could be quite good for the butcher fight. So let's put that on. I've also put the Poison Dart, Numbing Dart ability there just to slow movement. I'm not sure how effective that'll be, but I don't mind dealing a little bit less damage in the fight since there's no enrage timer on normal. Just so to be a little bit more safe. So extra life return, you know, 8 per second is pretty good. And slows and Grasp of the Dead, Zombie Dogs, and Spirit Walk's a necessity. I think those should be a pretty good set of skills there. I've actually been finding a fair bit of gold, so I probably don't need to sell anything, so I'll just go ahead and salvage all of this stuff. Actually, I might sell the rare, since the I don't really need Fallen Teeth, and rares are worth a bit more sell-wise than the magic items. So let's see if there's anything I can craft. Oh, we can make a new Witch Doctor weapon. This could be good. Our current weapons rolled pretty well, but if we roll like int or something, I can craft 2 of these, so let's try and do this. It's a bit of a gamble. No, it paid off, there we go. Extra mana regen, life steal, a lot of extra DPS, awesome. And we can probably give Templar this axe as well. Should be an upgrade for him. Actually, it won't be because of the extra strength on that one, so we won't worry about that. Let's see if I can craft any armor. Oh hey, we unlocked our first rare item that we can craft. However, I don't have enough crafting materials to craft it. It's pretty expensive in that sort of, in that area, so might have to leave the Journeyman arming cap for now. Our current one's pretty good with 16 vitality anyway, so. However, these shoulder guards, yeah, they could. Oh, we can craft 2 of these. Let's do this. What have we got? Melee attackers and experience, not so helpful for a boss fight. Health globes and melee attackers, neither particularly helpful, but it's a bit of extra protection. And we don't need gold find or the extra experience in the fight, so let's put this one on here and we'll just salvage up these last ones. Then I'll go check the vendors and see if there's anything useful there. Okay, I'm finally going to ditch the move speed boots. This is too much of an upgrade to ignore, especially since I won't need the move speed as much in the boss fight. The extra damage and protection will be worth it, I think. So let's put those fellas on. We'll keep those aside in case we want to switch to move speed later. Oh, we can buy a bit of chest piece. Well, there you go. I was getting sick of crafting that crappy chest piece there. Is there anything else good for us? No, nothing else helpful. Oh, we're stocked up in potions. 22 potions should keep us out of trouble. So, something someone mentioned was, after finding this monk legendary and the monk rare weapon that I found in the last episode, that I should have rolled a monk. Now, I wanted to actually point out that in all of the legendaries I've found in hardcore have been monk legendaries. I found in my other hardcore run with the Demon Hunter and with a barb, I found this fist weapon here, and I also found another slightly higher level fist weapon legendary, so you're probably right, I probably should have rolled a monk. Anyway, let's continue on with, I'm having a lot of fun with the Witch Doctor anyway, so let's continue on with our Witch Doctor, with our big stash of monk equipment into the butcher fight. Here we go. That checkpoint doesn't really help us, because if we die in here, we die.